Okay, pop quiz. War. What is it good for? Creating peace? Spreading democracy? Boosting the economy? Here's the answer. Nothing. Say it again, y'all. Libertarians often say that war is the health of the state. What they mean by that is that wars make governments stronger at the expense of everyone's individual freedom. It empowers politicians at the expense of ordinary people. But how? Now look, our natural inclination is to think about war in the abstract. We talk about war as if it's simply like a policy option that a nation uses in order to solve a problem. We think about it in the same way we tend to think about economics in general. So, for example, is unemployment high? Well, then government should do something to create jobs. Is there a recession? Well, then government should do something to stimulate the economy. Is a foreign country threatening us? Well, then government should do some war. But the truth about wars is much more grim. If you have any family or friends who have been to war, you know exactly what I mean. Wars are traumatic, chaotic events. All they leave is death and destruction in their wake. And they make the citizens of the country going to war, well, they make them nervous and they make them fearful. And here's the main point. When people fear for their lives, they are much more likely to give over their liberties to the state for protection. For instance, you would probably allow the government to surveil your private communications if you thought it would actually make you safer from a terrorist attack. But once you give this power to the state, the power to spy on you in the name of security, well, it's really difficult to take away that power. And oftentimes, this power only expands. War energizes those who prefer that the state act as a security blanket rather than as a guarantor of freedom. Of course, a state may be necessary to protect the people in a defensive war. After all, one of the roles of government is to protect the lives of its citizens. But it also clearly has an incentive to engage in unnecessary wars for its own benefit, to expand that power. Now, many people think that war is good for the economy because of mass government spending on arms and equipment. Now look, we get sustainable prosperity when we create cars, bicycles, cheese, and electricity. It's peace that underpins real economic prosperity. In fact, commerce and trade give us good reasons to avoid war. Two countries that trade extensively with one another are less likely to go to war because they don't want to disrupt the benefits that each country is gaining from trade. Peace and trade, they're mutually reinforcing. Of course, there may be good reasons to go to war. But libertarians think that those reasons are so few and far between, and that the moral case for war requires so much more than a vague worry. The hurdle is extremely high. Now, more importantly, even just wars have unintended consequences, and they may create worse problems than the ones you set out to fix. This is why libertarians are typically more anti-war than conservatives or even liberals. For them, war is an enemy of individual liberty, of commerce, of prosperity. And the consequences of wars, they're difficult, if not impossible, to foresee. Wars may seem noble because of the dangers and the drama involved. And war rhetoric makes us feel safe, even though wars, in fact, make us less safe. And our governments choose to valorize generals and politicians with statues, rather than the artists, academics, plumbers, electricians, and entrepreneurs who actually make, rather than smash things and promote our prosperity. This is the libertarian view. It tells us, in short, that war should be avoided. Of course, not in every hypothetical or imaginary possible case, but in just about every actual real-world case. If you want peace, try trade first. War may give us the illusion of safety, but real safety is only possible through peaceful exchange. So, in conclusion, first, war is the health of the state. People's fears can be converted into greater power for those in charge. Second, peace is best accomplished through trade. Trade and peace are mutually reinforcing. And finally, third, though there are sometimes just wars, even those have unforeseen and unexpected consequences. That's why libertarians are anti-war and why they're pro-trade.